Hey, Julie. Sorry, I gotta unmute you for the streamers. Hey, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Or should we just say, you know what? We're changing the name of this podcast. It's Hey,
Again.
Nicole.
Yeah, Nicole got to us, you guys, just as she's gotten to everyone. She's got to the casting directors and producers of Big Brother. Yeah. She got to the casting directors of The Amazing Race. Nicole might have been responsible for bringing coronavirus to America. We don't know. There's no end to this woman's powers.
We live in a time of authoritarianism. Look on the streets, people. Portland, Brazil, China, Hong Kong.
Everywhere.
Studio City, California. Nicole Franzel.
Nicole's power, her impact truly can't be understated.
Yeah, I mean, we're already in the chat. D-Way says Nicole is out of control. So we actually had a question here, and this is kind of my question. Welcome to the podcast, by the way.
Welcome.
I kind of didn't follow this, and you know how sometimes something happens, like you go off the internet for 12 hours, and the meme is already in the like fourth iteration?
Yes, the fourth wave of the meme.
And you're like, oh, the SpongeBob, but it's like he's looking at the butterfly. Is this a meme? Like,
and the butterfly is Nicole's head.
That's how I feel with this Nicole thing. I feel like I went to sleep and I woke up and this Nicole Franzel thing. I think people are just being funny, right? Do you know what's going on? We had someone ask us on Twitter like right before. I don't know if you can.
Well, so that's the only thing I can pin it down to, and I would love to bring up her exact tweet. The only thing I could pin it down to was Alyssa from BB. I don't even remember what season. Oh, I think BB15, the notorious BB15. Alyssa, half sister to Rachel Riley, tweeted that like it was Nicole's fault that a bunch of people didn't get to do Amazing Race, and that Nicole has a bad energy. And even I think it was like even my niece knew. I love that. So I would love to find it just to read it off for you guys.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. So since then, we're having Big Brother on August 5th, by the way. That's we're recording here on August 1st. That's for in some change day away.
And it's also very close to both of our birthdays. Just giving you guys a heads up.
It's the birthday present both of us needed in this year. Like, otherwise, if Big Brother didn't happen, or if Big Brother happened in mid-September, I would have been eating a cupcake for one, like by myself crying. And now I'm gonna be like, I got the iPad, I got the computer, I'm gonna have notes, I'm gonna order myself something nice. I'm gonna watch the East Coast live feed. I'm watching this damn Move-In special live.
Oh yeah, and I know it's a very big Leo energy to say that it's probably thanks to us that Big Brother is even happening. It's so close to our birthday. You know, it's really our impact. They say Nicole has a lot of power. Look at me and Brett. Look at Hey Julie.
You can thank evolution. You could thank the bees for pollinating the flowers that the plants grow every day. But you should really thank the sun for coming up every morning. And the sun being Dani and I.
Fire sign, baby.
So
wait, let me just read the exact tweet really quick to clear up this Nicole thing from Alyssa Riley Slater's Twitter. She goes, urgent. I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what that's referring to. But when Corey Brooks, nicest person who Nicole Frankel hates, Caleb, James, and Elena all got axed from the Amazing Race the day before we left, was this also executive casting director Nicole's agenda? Did she leak to TMZ? Makes sense now. And then she has yoga woman emoji.
So, I mean, is Corey Brooks the Corey that she was with?
Yes. So yes, it is. And that's why I want to just say, if we're drawing lines in the sand and on one side it's Corey, James, and Elena, and the other side is Nicole Franzel, I'll stick with Nicole, thanks.
Same. Like, you know, I know we kind of dunked on Victor's recent employment on the last episode, but that was an upgrade, right?
Oh, yeah. No, Corey, I don't care how nice Corey seems. We all remember his family from BB-18 sitting on that leather couch with a weird vase and the dead-eyed golden retriever by their side. I love dogs. I'm a huge dog lover, but you could tell that dog was like what had been brainwashed to like vote for Trump in 2020. We don't stand. We do not stand.
I mean, I hope we get them this year, but something you just said right now, family segments. I want a crew of people from California to go to like some town and like go into some person's house wearing hazmat suits, and then they'll be having their little social distance parties, and then you and I could be like, there were way too many people in this house for it to be.
I mean,
like,
some of these, it'll be interesting because some of these families will be practicing social distancing, and some of these families will definitely be the families who are not wearing masks offended at the idea that you would wear a mask.
Exactly. I can't wait to find out who, like, it's really important to me personally that I know if, you know, the Calafioris, you know, are the type of people to roll up to a Whole Foods and try to get into physical altercation with someone making minimum wage about a mask.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. That's the thing. So we still don't actually know. We're going to go through the list, the heavily rumored, almost certain lists that TV Guide leaked, right? And it's a lot of names that had already leaked and been rumored. So we're going to go through all those names. This could all be wrong. I mean, we could roll up Wednesday night thinking we're going to see Nicole.
Christmas Corey. And the dog.
Christmas Corey. Christmas loving Corey. Hey, if Christmas is on, maybe that's a match made in heaven. Yeah, he could walk through the door. We don't know, but we're going to go through as if it is. We're going to treat this as our cast reveal episode pretty much.
Yeah, because we have a 2-hour live intro,
live move-in.
Live move-in. I imagine there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk to from that. That's like, we're just going to have to get the ball rolling. Like, we don't have enough time to like break down the cast or whatever and do our usual stuff. So we're going to try and do this stuff. TV Guide kind of posted some, like they were updating something, and some sleuths on the internet were like, oh, Kaiser's name is on there. I don't know. Anyways, so this was kind of aggregated by a website called tvsoapvideos.com. Reputable. Democracy Dies in Darkness, tvsoapvideos.com. And so I'm going to throw the list up here on the screen if you're watching the live stream. Remember, you can subscribe to us on YouTube and Twitch and all that.
Please do, because we're loving doing this. Yeah, and this is how we're probably going to do every episode this season. So join us for the ride.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to be, thank you, Nathan Fielder's production company. Is it Nathan Fielder's? I don't know,
well,
but it always plays after
Tim
Nathan
Heidecker and that's Tim Heidecker.
Okay.
I know that was after the Tim and Eric awesome show. Great job.
Okay.
Spaghetti. So let's quickly, I don't know, you want to quickly read through these names? You want to go one by one? I don't know how we do.
One by one, baby.
All right. Ladies, boys. Do you not care?
What? Oh, I thought you were saying that as if you were saying ladies and gentlemen, like getting us ready.
I was going to say that.
No, just start from the top. Start from the top.
Oh, okay. Oh, Casey Clark. You guys.
Boo. I mean,
we've talked about her enough.
Yeah.
If we never.
But she's one of the ones who's on the short list of not being in because she possibly has coronavirus. She's heavily rumored to not be in.
If you go back on like our Big Brother, there's like Casey and Josh Martinez at clubbing in spring 2020 and not March 2020. I'm talking more like April, May 2020.
Yeah.
We've talked about enough about her. I hope honestly we'll probably just be like, we will not mention her for the next 3 months, and then she'll be in final 3 and we'll be like, oh, here we go. Casey's going to win the game again. Boring. Snore.
Yeah. Snore.
Janelle.
2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up. I mean, we talked about a lot of these people on the last episode. There's nothing. There's a few newer names.
There are a couple new randos, yeah.
There are a couple new randos that honestly I don't like really know enough about.
But we love Janelle. I hope to see her thrive. Realistically, I might get some heat for this. I don't know if she will thrive in this new BB world. She's been off selling real estate, living her best life in Minnesota. I also fear, I have a very strong fear that Janelle has turned into a Karen. She's about that age. She's blonde. She lives in Minnesota.
She's got kids.
Listen, guys.
She has a health condition that she doesn't have to tell you about.
Yeah. So I'm concerned. I'd rather she live, on a pedestal in my mind, but we'll see. Hopefully she'll prove me wrong.
That's the thing with some of these faves, Janelle, Danny Donato, Kaiser. Man, a lot's happened since,
Yeah.
like George Bush was president when we saw some new people last, and it's like been a while.
It's been a while. A lot has happened, and just culture has changed so much. I mean,
I hope we're not canceling any queens and kings.
Yeah, I'm really concerned for some of these people. And maybe they rightfully will get dragged, and maybe they'll learn from it. But, the BB fandom, as we all know, is vicious.
Oh, yeah. It's not even like die and become a hero. It's like live long enough to live literally 2 minutes to become a villain. and then
Yeah. So I don't know if they're ready for it because they're all used to being so beloved, but we'll see. All right. Speaking of someone who.
What?
Speaking of someone who's speaking of beloved and respected and put on a pedestal, I want to throw the next name at you. Kevin Campbell.
So again, this is a newer name. I've been watching lots of clips of him because I kind of just didn't really remember that much.
Same.
Again, for listeners of the last episode, like BB, like 9 through 15 is like the fuzziest seasons for me, where I wasn't watching the feeds and stuff. I'm back in it now. I'm on YouTube.com right now.
Same. I didn't know who he was either. And I honestly, from the clips I saw, I was like, wait, is this guy from Big Brother Canada? Just because he looked so Canadian to me.
He does look Canadian. He's like vaguely not white in the way that like Canadians are.
And just like his
friendly, his outfits. Yeah, he's like, oh, this guy's great. Very much Toronto vibes.
Yeah. So I was like, wow, were they so desperate they brought like a big time Canadian guy over? But no, he was on Big Brother US. So good for him. The clips I've seen, he's funny and charming. So great.
So
you know what? I'm happy. We need some wild cards who we don't really remember. I don't want it to be all just like people from like either huge superstars like Janelle or people from BB20. I need some randos.
There's like close to 300 people to kind of pull from at this point. With BB7, BB All-Stars 1, there was kind of only like 60-ish people to pull from. They weren't really pulling from season 1 at all, other than Chicken George.
Yeah. Which, by the way, justice for Chicken George. Where was his phone call? Should have been on this All-Stars too.
Talk about someone who probably has some thoughts.
I hope not. Oh God. Okay. I know that I skipped Ian Terry. I skipped him because I was just like, I have nothing to say. I wanted to get to straight.
Yeah,
to
we talked
Kevin
about
Campbell.
him. All right.
Okay. Next up, we all know Josh Martinez Meatball, possibly also pulling a Casey and not part of this season.
So to back it up a little bit, if you haven't been following, so they were going to announce the cast a week ago on this previous Monday, the Monday that is in the past, and then they were going to do some sort of live interview thing on Wednesday, and then on Monday they're like, no, everything's fine, this is fine, dog. And
I want to touch on this just a little bit. Where were you when you realized that CBS had lied to us, or they'd changed their minds and they were not going to clarify?
Where was I? I mean,
Yeah, and how are you feeling?
where I always am, my apartment.
Do you remember what went through your mind?
I mean, I kind of put this all together at the same time as like everybody else and like the internet. Like I'm on Reddit all the time. Like,
Well, let me tell you.
Clearly, someone got the Rona. Like again, and I
Yeah.
like my normal job is like is right now working to cover people coming back into sports and
Right.
baseball. Like a bunch of players on the Marlins got it last weekend on Saturday, and then on Sunday they were like, "Should we play the game?" Yeah, we should for America. And then they got even more of the damn players sick. It's horrible. Everyone's got this damn thing. Like that's what's so insidious about this virus is that for like a lot of people who get it, they don't have symptoms. I mean, that's probably how it spreads so easily. It takes a week for symptoms to show up if you get them at all. A lot of young people get it and they don't have symptoms, but you never know the young person or whoever who is going to have symptoms. So,
and then it's bad. The symptoms are bad. I mean, we don't have to talk about that, but for me, it was 10 a.m. Monday morning. 10 a.m. Monday morning. I had my iced coffee. I took a big sip and I thought, today's when the cast is supposedly being announced. And I thought to myself, that's not going to happen.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day.
And yet, I thought maybe I can cling on to hope for Wednesday. And I was wrong about that too.
Not going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, so Big Brother kind of awkwardly rolled it all back, deleted some posts. And
why didn't they at least make an announcement? This is the thing that kills me about any company is the lack of, it's the simplest thing to do is just tweet, we hear you. Like all you have to do is, we hear you.
What are you going to say?
Technical difficulties beyond our control. We can't do the previously announced cast thing. Tune in live on Wednesday for the live move-in. That's all you have to do.
I mean, like, I don't know. I'm kind of fine with it.
Any community manager or marketing person will tell you.
Like a little animated Julie with like a big bag of ice on top of her head. Like, sorry, technical difficulties. I mean, I don't know. I'm fine with it. Like, here's the thing. No one outside of the 12,000 people who like give the most shits about Big Brother in America, who like subscribe to the Reddit and like listen to this podcast and listen to the other podcast that shall not be named. Like, other than that, nobody cares at all.
Yeah, but you know what? One of those 12,000 people, we matter.
There are dozens of us.
I want to be seen.
Dozens!
I want to be seen and heard.
Just delete a post and be like, oh, yeah, you know, it's not happening. It's happening this week now. And it's a fun move. Like, I don't know. I mean, I just hope. I kind of didn't care about it. I kind of rolled my eyes. I was excited. But, like, obviously, shit's not going great. And I just hope that they're not, like. I hope that they're not, like, on Tuesday morning this week, they're like.
I know.
Hey, exciting announcement. BB22 is coming out in December 2021. Like,
yeah. That's
like
sort
and
of
subscribe.
what I'm getting myself ready for. And I really advise everyone who's listening and watching to get yourself ready for it. I'm concerned. But I'm not gonna fret too much because it's my birthday week. So I'm gonna be okay. It's gonna happen for us. Good vibes, people. So the next name on the list is Dani Devito. Or sorry, Dani Devito. Demi Devito. Dani Devito. We discussed her already, Queen. Happy to have her.
Happy to have her. Hope she's doing well.
Welcome back, Queen. Now, this name, I'm like, this is very obviously wrong. Nicole Anthony.
To back it up a little bit for the audio listeners, there are 19 names on this list, so you would think that maybe some of these people aren't going to be on here, and I think this is one that probably is going to be a no.
A definite no.
But
she's
been tweeting though, right? Hasn't she
she's been tweeting. She did a whole like tune in at this time for my big secret reveal.
Yeah.
And we got a question about it actually. It's Matt Seal wanted to know, what are your potato salad recipes? Because Nicole's big reveal was her potato salad recipe.
Okay, so that was the potato salad thing happening in BB Twitter?
Yes.
Okay, because I wasn't following that either. I was like, is this related to Nicole somehow? Did she force someone to eat some bad potato salad? So Nicole
That was the big surprise.
So I have her on this list. Doesn't seem like she's going to be there. Plus, they'd have to do that weird thing where it's like you have two people with like the same name. What was the guy? There was Jackson and Jack.
But his name had, Mickey.
They're like, oh, you're Mickey now. And it's like, first of all, their names aren't even the same. Like, we'd have to do something where we'd have to call Nicole Anthony like Strong Island or something like that.
Yeah. I am not going to miss her. I know I already talked about how I like her. I respect her. I think she's great, but I don't need her on this season. So, good for her pulling her little pranks on Twitter. Good for her.
Is her just like making a TikTok a prank? Does that count?
Which, I don't know. I haven't seen her TikToks, but I just want to shout out Big Brother's TikTok account. I actually think it's very good.
Oh, actually, we have some breaking news here in the chat. Julie Spencer says, I heard Nicole F locked Nicole A in her basement.
Well, you know what? You got to do what you got to do.
People,
we always say that we hate when someone's like, oh, I want to lose and be loved by America. Nicole Frankel is proving she will do what it takes to win and be hated.
Oh, yeah. The ultimate win and be hated season.
Yeah.
From our queen, Nicole.
Yeah. I mean, I'm being a little sarcastic, but I am actually ready to go into this season, like rooting for Nicole just because of how much hate she's getting.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. And I mean, I guess it's kind of just like a joke, right? Someone tweeted out a thing about
it's a joke, yeah.
Also,
we all know.
Amazing Race, like other shows, probably has alternates going up to it, and it's like, yeah, Elena probably alternate season here. Like,
you know who's probably psyched?
Who?
The casting director of Amazing Race is probably like, ooh, I hated them. I didn't want them on the show, and now everyone thinks it's Nicole's fault. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and talk about someone who's like not really doing much right now. Amazing Race cast and crew.
Yikes. Yeah, they're not traveling. That U.S. passport is not getting you anywhere right now.
Yeah. Amazing Race, and it's like, all right, we started at an Enterprise at the San Diego International Airport, and the first clue is the San Diego Zoo. Just take your time. We're just staying in Southern California.
Yeah. Next name, Tyler Crispin. We knew. We've been new.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's fine. Bailey Dayton. Sure.
Welcome back. We'll see how you do with
fare.
Tyler. Maybe. I mean, she's still with Swaggy.
I think they'll work together, actually.
Yeah,
she's with him.
Don't.
They'll just stay away from each other.
Bailey seems, and I am very happy to see Bailey again. Bailey seems like someone who holds a grudge.
Yes, possibly. But I don't know. I think Tyler could probably sweet talk her into being in an alliance together that people wouldn't see coming.
Let's run through these names because we've kind of gone through all of them. Because I think there's some other interesting things to talk about, like maybe some possible alliances and stuff like that.
All right. So there's your girl, Christmas Abbott. There's Devon, Nicole Franzel,
Queen,
Cody Calafiore, Amber Borzotra.
Yes.
Enzo Palumbo.
We talked about him last time, right? Yeah. So Keisha, we can talk about her.
She's new.
She's new.
And she's someone who I said I wanted to see. So I'm very happy.
Yeah. Looks like both of us get to be right.
She's a fellow Leo energy.
Oh, happy birthday to Keisha.
Happy birthday, Keisha.
Soon.
David
Alexander.
How
she made this season happen. I just wanted to say that.
Pardon?
It's funny how she made this season happen.
Yeah, it's funny how and you know who else made it happen? President Barack Obama, born on August 4th.
Neil Armstrong. Leo.
Beyonce.
We're pioneers.
Is she real? I don't think she is.
has to be. Now we gotta know.
I don't think so.
Now I gotta know.
Yeah. Keisha, David Alexander, Danielle Reyes, which is I think that's a no. She's not in this.
She's not in this. What is the one after Leo?
Like September. Virgo? I don't know. I don't care about any sign except my own.
She was born in September 4th. She was born in September 4th, so just a month off.
Virgo?
I don't care.
Someone in the chat let us know.
Tell us we're wrong.
And then Kazar is the final one. Okay.
No,
so
hold
that's
on.
What?
We didn't talk about David either.
Well, I'm just like baffled by his inclusion, to be honest.
I do want to talk about it because there was someone, if you can believe it, a white person was being salty on the internet.
No, not on my internet.
No, well, I mean, I'm in the liberal bubble internet, but I believe it was Caleb Cowboy, Beast Mode Cowboy, was doing some Instagram live thing. Tell you what, did not think David rose to all-star levels because he only played for 1 or 2 weeks. And in a way, this is correct.
Yes, that's why I was baffled.
And in a way, it's not all-star season. It's like a returner. Like, I don't think they're calling this all-stars.
Really?
And also, like, this guy was so fucking fucked from the first moment of that game. And it was like kind of because of the color of his skin. Let's be real.
Totally.
Like, give him another shot. He seemed like,
listen, I'm fine with that. As I said, I'm baffled. I'm not upset. I'm just like, okay. But I'm just saying, if we're doing that, if we're giving David the first boot a big ol' second chance, I just don't see why we couldn't also extend an invitation to Miss Jody, the original first night boot
queen.
Like, I just don't see why we drew the line there. But
it'll be incredible where it's like we're like 36 days into BB22, and it's like, house guests, come to the living room, please. We have had Jody and Cameron and Steve and Glenn in lockdown for 36 days plus 14. They're going to compete to come back into the house, and like somehow all of them lose, and they're like, I literally have not seen a human being in 4 months.
Summer of Steve. Damn it.
Virgo is September.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean Kelly.
Thank you, Sean Kelly. So you want to talk a little bit about potential enemies and potential friends in this season?
Yeah, let's play this out because we've kind of talked through most of this list last time. Everyone's aware of the list. Everyone's aware of TV Guide. Remember, please subscribe to the TV Guide. They send you a book once a week, and it has every program that's going to be on television.
Very important to have.
That's a joke for all the for all the boomers out there. So yeah, like, how do you think this is going to play out? Like, we have some. I'll bring up the list here for the users at home. So we have some obvious pairings here. You have Casey and Tyler, right? From BB20. Like, even if you just want to pair it off by season, you have Kaser and Janelle.
Of course.
You've got Amber, who was on BB16 with Nicole, but I don't remember, and with Cody as well. Like, you could have some sort of BB16. Like, you could just group this up in terms of, like, here are the people who I have spent the most time with playing this game. Right. Christmas and Josh, obviously, they were pretty tight.
Yeah. Which makes me think, like, the people who actually have the best shot are the people who aren't coming in as this big power duo and can just sort of slide under the radar, such as Ian, Kevin.
Absolutely. Yep.
And I guess
Enzo.
No, not Nicole, Enzo and Keisha.
Yeah. Interesting.
Like,
also,
these are the sort of randos.
I also just want to mention too, Memphis from I believe he was BB. was maybe 12 or 13. One of
No,
those.
Memphis was with Dan. Memphis was Dan's like
10.
right hand
He was
man.
in 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he's been rumored here as well. He's not on this list that we gave out, but he's been rumored in here as well.
Let me just say right now on this podcast, I ride for Memphis.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys have seen him lately. Very hot and has a son, very cute, and has been you wouldn't expect it because I was like, I mean, I don't remember his views at all. I do remember watching that season and liking him and Dan, but like, you'd think you hear the name Memphis, he's just like a sort of random generic white boy, right? You'd think, oh, his views probably haven't aged well. Wrong. He
woke
is
daddy.
Very liberal. Woke daddy. And we do stand. We have to stand him for that.
Stan a woke daddy.
So I would welcome him, and he aged beautifully. A very good looking man. So I would welcome him back, open arms.
All right. So yeah, I mean, first of all, and sorry, I'm all over the place today.
Sure,
I asked you about alliances, enemies. We started talking about woke daddies. Who is Danielle's like aged like Ben Affleck daddy gonna be in this season? Like, you always have a crush on like whether it's Steve, Kevin.
That's a great question.
Who is going to be your like?
It's gonna be Kazar. Oh, easy, Kazar.
Oh yeah. Oh my. Yeah.
I mean, my God, I'm
just
sure
a
he is.
little bit of salt in there is gonna be like chef's kiss.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, they really needed to consider that. You have to have someone with a little maturity. But as we mentioned last time, the average age of this season is quite high. And by quite high, I mean older than 22.
I saw something too that with this cast, there's going to be like 4 people over 40 in this cast. Janelle, Kaser.
We love that.
Enzo and Keisha.
Wow. Amazing.
Well, I think actually Kaser is turning 40 in Kaser, a Leo baby.
Yes.
I think his birthday's in like 5 or 6. I think he's like August 10th or something like that.
Wait, he's only turning 40? He seems so old to me.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he was probably like 25 or something like that. I mean, that's the thing is when you and I
That's upsetting.
watched those early seasons, we were like in high school and we're like,
yeah,
24, a regional sales manager. Why, they must make $1 million a year. And it's like, it's not till you're 32 where it's like, oh, the jobs that 24-year-olds have are not real jobs.
I'm in shock. That seems so young. Okay, but whatever. That's something. It's not my typical like true dad bod. Not Zac Efron in his new Netflix show Dad Bod. I'm doing finger quotes.
A dad bod.
That is pure muscle. No, it's a Summer of Steve dad bod. Someone who could conceivably pretend to be a mechanic while he's actually an undercover cop. Dad bod.
Love it. Love it. I mean, I'm here for the dad bod people. You have to we
just don't have that this year.
Representation matters, right?
Who knows? Maybe Ian really let himself go.
Yeah, Ian strikes me as a guy who weighs 95 pounds IRL. Josh Martinez, dad bod. Dad bod at the ripe young age.
So
of
young.
23.
Yeah, I can't. He's too young. No, he ended up actually like really tightening it up. But
that's good.
I want to talk about who do you think is going to absolutely hate each other? Because we talked about potential like pairing up and all of that. Who's gonna just be at their wits' end?
It's gonna be Davon and somebody. Yeah. And I think I really want to see. I in my mind, I really want to see how Davon deals with Josh and how Davon deals with Tyler.
Yeah,
I can just imagine her being
like,
I just can't with his like the banging of the pots and like acting like a child and stuff. And she is, I don't know, just something about her. I can just see those guys like rubbing her the wrong way in a way that she can't keep quiet at all.
Yeah.
Like she literally needs to keep a cup over her face all day.
100%. And I kind of think that Keisha might be the same way, especially
With
if
those two
Keisha's
guys?
40. Not with Tyler, but with Josh.
Oh yeah,
or
yeah, I
with
see
any younger guy. Like who else is a younger? Like even Ian. Like I could see her seeing Ian as so condescending. Or
yeah.
and then on the flip side, I just want to put this out there because like this cast clearly wasn't put together the way normal casts are, where you know the people behind these decisions are like, ooh, maybe we have a little romance in the air, a little showmance. There wasn't a lot of thought to that, but I will say, I'm not against a Keisha and Cody Calafiore showmance.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, a
Yes.
little soccer mom, supermarket
And her
grocery
young Italian
boy.
stallion. Yes.
She's
I don't even know how.
He's the star of the the new expansion MLS team, and she's the like young owner of the team.
I mean,
like maybe she's like her husband passed away, but she's inherited all this like pharmaceutical wealth. And she's a billionaire, and she's buying the new MLS franchise in Cincinnati. And it's like, oh, come up to my office.
And they're always butting heads because he's the hot-headed star player.
Oh, until they're butting heads, and the other way. In the chat, Sean Kelly just says Davon and Josh are friends, and they did a season of the challenge together.
We're coming at this.
I don't watch MTV.
I know we have so little knowledge because we don't watch the challenge. We're like completely at a disadvantage. Just real quick before we move on, I also think that Amber is ripe for a showmance. Is Kazar married? If anyone knows, like, let us know in the chat. Because if not, I see him being ripe for an Amber showmance. Although I guess he was so respectable. So I guess I can't really see him getting into a showmance.
I don't know. I mean, I'm looking on his wiki here.
If he's still single, I just see him being way too like.
I think he's got kids or something like that. I think he's
by the book to get into a showmance. But Cody is ready to mingle. He's got to be.
Oh yeah, Cody has been preparing for this. I mean, maybe they're all out of shape though. Like, not out of physical shape, out of like dating shape as well. Like it's hard
because they've been in quarantine.
Yeah, it's hard to work out. It's hard to go out and meet people.
Well, that's the thing.
Your prowess as someone of reproductive age.
But maybe, just like how when it's a younger cast, the hormones are simply fraught in the house. Maybe this time, because everyone's been so cooped up anyway inside their house, once you're finally in an enclosed space with 20 other hot people, maybe you're just like ready to risk it all.
Cocoon. So I think this could be a thing where we're talking about potential alliance lines here. Like age is one of them, right? We're going to have 4 40-somethings.
Yes.
Kaser, king of the Leos. Janelle, Kaser, Keisha, and Enzo, like, not that people who are 42 years old, like, can't hang around. Like, we normally see this with, like, your Kevin Schlubers, your Cliff Hogg the Thirds. Like,
right.
It's like 9:30 or after my personal bedtime, and they're like,
Same.
I just literally can't do this anymore. I'm going to sleep. And you see, and this happens in every season in certain ways. Like, what is the nighttime? Like, what is nighttime like in this house? Because so much gets done between the hours of like 1 and 4 in the morning. Politically, and are we gonna have like these 4, the olds? 40 is the new 20. This is 40 alliance.
This is 40.
Paul Rudd, the Judd Apatow's kids. This is 40.
Yeah.
Maybe this is 40 alliance is like it's 10:30, man. I can't.
Call it quits.
Tired here.
Because no matter what I do, I'm waking up at 6 tomorrow. So
yeah, I wake up at 4:30 every morning, and I read the Wall Street Journal. So that could be one. I'm really interested to see how David does. I
Yeah.
mean, we just saw so little of him last time. He kind of came in, he played a little bit strong, too strong for some people, was voted out immediately, and then went into this no fucks zone, which was
Yeah.
great to see. And it was really endearing to see him play, like, because he literally had nothing to lose because he was out of the game for the most part.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll play like that. Like that cool David that we saw, who is like just spilling beans and just like being, like fucking up other people's games and stuff. Like, I don't know if we're going to see that because he's like coming into this thing and he's easily the least experienced of these players.
Easily. Yeah. I don't know. Like it might work on his side to not. He just needs to fly under the radar.
Yeah.
He needs to love the fact that none of them will probably know anything about him.
Yeah, because they didn't watch BB21.
Yeah, they had self-respect and didn't watch. But, wait, maybe you already said this. I just want to, it's jumping out at me. Bailey and Christmas will kill each other.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at this list and I was thinking, like, I don't know if there's too many, like, ladies who aren't going to get it. Like, I don't know if we're going to have, like, cat fights here. Like, I can't see too many of these women not liking each other. Like, this is a really, really strong female cast, obviously. Like,
totally.
This is going to be the year that the all-female alliance happens.
Oh, finally.
First of all, it did happen. It was called BBOTT.
Yeah. Educate yourselves. Christmas and Bailey, to me, I can see not hitting it off. Listen, prove me wrong, ladies, but I just remember Christmas and Jess getting into like incredible knockdown, drag out fights. And I see a lot of similarities between Bailey and Jess. So I could see those personalities also clashing.
Yeah. That makes sense. All
right. I think we need to play our game.
It's the time. It came late this year. It's literally August 1st as we're taping this. I'd usually like to play this sometime mid-June, but take what you can get in 2020.
You got to do what you got to do.
Marry, fuck, kill with this made-up cast, this rumored cast of BB22. We're imagining we're going to see some combination of 16 of these names on Wednesday after evening. Where you want to get? Do you want to get started, or you want me
married.
To get started?
Married. Let's start with married. Who are you going to marry?
Easy. I'm a little bit afraid because of something you hinted at.
Oh.
But I have to believe it's not true. Someone in the chat said it wasn't true. There's no way it could happen. Janelle, it will never be a Karen. I live up in Minnesota. We're going to have great summers by the lake. We're going to have winters inside, eating cheese and watching the Vikings lose on field goal kicks gone wrong. Janelle, will you be mine?
Wow. That's a great choice. And honestly, I'm a little surprised, but I think that's great. And I think that's beautiful. Now, for my marriage, I want someone... Like, I'm a strong person, okay? I think you guys can all tell I'm strong, I'm confident. And I need someone, but I need someone who's even more powerful than me. I need someone who I can, who I can look up to. Someone who's like so smart, so conniving, so strategic, so underhanded. So honestly, maybe a little evil. That I need to propose marriage to Nicole Franzel.
God damn it. You stole my bit.
She can marry me.
You stole my bit.
You know what? Victor, step aside. There's another Dani in town now.
So I was going to do this exact bit for the fuck section.
Well, pick someone else.
I know. I'm going to pick someone else. She's married to me now. Okay. I probably literally did this on BB19.
Oh, God.
You know who's a freak? This is what I was going to say with Nicole, too. You know who's a freak? Do you know who will put a man in his place in like a sexy, like belt sort of way, and like maybe we're all on like meth sort of way.
Whoa, I think
Christmas.
I know. Yeah, I think there's only one way that could go. I do think I agree. I think that's very wise. Now, this is a choice that I can see regretting because I'm being very vulnerable right now and I'm really putting it all on the line. But I'm going to spend one sordid night with Tyler Crispin.
Oh! Oh! Why?
I'm going to let him see what a night with a brunette who's not a vegan is like. And let me tell you, he's not going back to Angela afterwards.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure.
I don't know. I was looking through the list and I thought to myself, that golden-haired golden boy, let's see if he's got that lifeguard stamina still. Let's see.
Yeah, can he run into that cold water and still perform?
Let me tell you, it's cold. Now, who are you going to kill?
All right. Okay. What are we going to do here?
I just want to say, if Paul had been on this season, he would have been my answer for all three.
For all three? Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right. Who am I going to kill? There's so many ways to move down. I could come at the king, but I best not miss if I go.
You best not miss.
Nicole. Because if she even hears a whisper of it,
yeah,
she's going to take you out on the boat to go deep sea fishing.
Yeah.
You know, with some of your boys.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to come back. Hey, I thought four guys went on that boat. No, there's just three guys. I don't know what you're talking about.
And people won't even miss you because she'll convince them that you deserved it.
You can go Ian. He's the old mastermind behind the scenes. Like, you want to get him before he gets you because you know he's thinking 9 steps ahead.
That's so true.
You could do Casey, but it's like she's already dead because she doesn't really not a big factor. We're not big Casey stands on this pod. But here's what I'm gonna do. This is BB All Stars 2, right?
Yeah.
I don't have the ability to. You got to come in here. This is like prison. All right. This isn't like a normal season of Big Brother where you come in, you maybe I got to read my Bible every day. You got to come in here and you got to shank a bitch.
Yes.
And the first day, you got to make people afraid. You have to make people cry. So I'm going to kill Cody. All the ladies coming in here, they're like, oh, maybe I'm going to hook up with Cody this summer.
Wow.
I hope he's single. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to gruesomely kill him in a way where everyone's like shocked and crying. And they're like, I don't know what to do. I have no choice but to respect Brett.
Yeah. I mean, that's, if you want to make enemies of a lot of the ladies, that's what you do.
It's a Genghis Khan situation.
Yeah, totally.
I'm going to be so scary and powerful that they'll have no choice but to love me.
The art of war, right?
Sun Tzu.
Sun Tzu. My answer for who I'm going to kill is very simple. And the only reason I need to give is that there can only be one. So even though I love her, I'm killing Dani Devito.
Oh, yeah. Easily. There's way too much confusion with the names.
I'm not doing the whole like Danny G and Danny D. No. Danielle has to kill the other. It's like the Spider-Man meme pointing at each other. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but one's got a knife.
Yeah. I mean, we need to get to a couple questions.
Yes.
So let me pull them up. And if there are any questions in the chat, go ahead and lay them on us. Anyone who's been holding back this whole time, now's the time to get them in. So DigiCho wanted to know, what's Cornbread going to be wearing into the house and what number house guest will he be? I love this because I never really thought about, I never really think about contestants' wardrobe as much as I think about Julie's. But I would love to see Cornbread coming in his tuxedo t-shirt. And I would love him to come in the way he went out, which is first.
Fuck y'all. Wasn't Scott first or was Cornbread first?
No, Scott was first, but Cornbread was the first to get voted out.
I'm pretty excited about this live move-in. Like, you know, any predictions for this live move-in? I mean, I saw some people were like being all butthurt, like, well, if there's a live move-in, then the feeds don't get to turn on until after the show, until after the Pacific Coast, or like I don't even know when this feeds turn on. It's like, yo, most seasons of Big Brother, they fucking do the move-in like 8 days in advance, and then they're doing all sorts of other crap and stuff. Like, we're probably gonna have the feeds at one of the earliest stages in the game we ever will have them. Like, even if they're not on that night, they come on sometime the next day, or they have to do the photo shoot the next day or whatever. Like, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see some stuff. It's gonna be much different than the usual horrible ass first episode of most seasons of Big Brother.
Yeah, like, are we even gonna have to sit through the usual packages of like, look, I found my key.
I went to go shopping. Oh, that's not a shoe. That's a key. Wow, 2019.
I'm excited for it too, just because I think it has the potential for such awkwardness, and that's what I live for on live TV. So I'm very excited. Hopefully, it's also like a lot of B team players, because maybe the like A-list crew were like, I'm union and I'm not risking my life for this, so how about you go fuck yourself? So maybe we'll have some like up-and-comer producers and control room people who make a couple mistakes. I would love that.
Love an up-and-comer behind the scenes.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for that. At Showtown just wanted to let us know they're imagining Christmas and Bailey right now, how much they're going to fight. That's who they think are going to get into a screaming fight in the house. So yeah, we're right on with that. Sean W. Snyder wants to know thoughts on doing fantasy BB draft teams when the cast is officially revealed. Whoever has the winner gets bragging rights for their native country. I am totally down to do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we'll do that. Next week when that comes out. You know, hopefully someone won't be kicked out by then.
I would love. Yeah, you won last time, didn't you? We did this last time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you won.
Well, I think also that was BB20, and I think one of us took Casey with the literal last pick.
I think maybe actually it was me.
Yeah.
Oldsy10 says, is Julie just totally fucking with us? Because Julie tweeted like,
oh yes,
22 houses.
We need to dive into this.
Julie's online. And by the way, it is technically All-Stars. It's technically being called an All-Star season.
David Alexander, you're an All-Star.
Yeah. Julie sort of woke up from her slumber, her coronavirus quarantine slumber, and was like, let me start tweeting again, or let me at least send a really nasty text to my assistant to get them to start tweeting again.
Yeah, some producer was involved in this.
Yeah. They were like, Ms. Chen, we're hoping to start the season. Can you please do something? She was like,
whoa!
So she started.
And she was a monster. And then she like morphed back into Julie Chen. She was like, I'm sorry, what was that?
Mm-hmm. So she's been tweeting a lot of emojis and little shapes.
She loves it.
Like a lot of, she tweeted a lot of blue hearts, which I'm really hoping was not a like Blue Lives Matter thing.
Oh no.
She had keys. She put up a picture of keys, and then she put a bunch of houses. What does this mean? People want to know. People are like, oh, what's Julie trying to tell us? She's not trying to tell us shit. Julie would never. Julie just like.
Does Julie even have the password to her own damn Twitter account?
There's
Does
a
she have the
meme
password
that's like
to her own Instagram account.
Yeah, there's a meme that it's like a YouTube comment on some pop girl music video, and it's like, I love what she's doing. Yes, sis, give us nothing. That's what Julie's doing. She's giving us nothing, and we're all just like, yes, please more.
She's doing her usual, which is like the bare minimum and like literally not enough to know what the hell she's doing. But I saw someone.
Phil of 9.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I just went on the topic of Julie. Phil of 9 said, I hope Julie rocks an apocalyptic look for the premiere. Gas mask chic.
Anti-Fog Queen Julie Chen Moonvest.
I would love that. I don't know. My prediction for Julie's wardrobe this season, it's going to be tough stuff. I mean,
Julie
this is
going to be in studio or at home this season?
in studio. I think she'll be in studio, but it's going to be an empty studio.
Is Julie going to interview the house guests when they leave from like chairs on the opposite side of the stage?
Yeah, well, the thing is, Julie doesn't have to worry about these people. They have to worry about Julie. Because Julie's not going to be quarantining during all of this.
Oh,
Julie's having lunch at the Ivy. Julie's getting her nails done.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no, I mean, but
they should stay away from her.
To die by your side, what a heavenly way to die. Like, if you were to get COVID, you get it from the subway in New York, or for a fact you get it from Julie Chen Moonves. Give me door B, baby.
Yeah, totally. Who else we got? I think that's it for our questions on Twitter.
Old Z10, this guy all over the place in the chat says, "Who's the first boot?"
Oh,
we can revisit again later in the week, but just with the names we got so far.
Yeah, no, I want to name a name. First boot, I'm going to go ahead right now. If he doesn't win first HOH or POV, Tyler's out of here.
I don't see it. Like he's too friendly of a.
He's too nice. Yeah, you're right. He's very lovable.
Old Z10 did say, fan favorite game changer first boot David Alexander. Kind of rhymed.
It would be like let's just be real. I know Twitter will get mad, but it will be very funny if David gets kicked out of first again.
Oh, God. Like literally there's going to be, all right, guys, get ready for your first twist. People whose initials are DA are the magic man for the week. They can magically not leave the house.
Yeah.
Who
do you think?
I mean, honestly, like of these names, like David's a good contender because he's like, I don't know how much he's like in it with the BB alums, right? Like,
right.
Like lots of these people have been doing these like charity conventions and BB live streams, and hey, we're like 4 random BB house guests are going to be at a nightclub in Houston this Friday night. Like these people have been doing this for so many years, and David hasn't been, and he has. I mean, I think Amber as well. Just like she was on one season.
She's on the chopping block. Yeah.
Like I don't want to see it. I'm just talking about the type of people who I'm not confident enough about their social game in that first week, because it is so much about it's so much about the social game and so much about not being the sore thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Or just the little thing because you only need the littlest thing to stick out, because at that point in the game everyone's like, I just want to, whoever the HOH is, I just want to pick as fairly and arbitrarily as possible so as not to have blood on my hands and have the people pissed off at me next week.
Yeah, you're so right. It's tough because it's like those two could also be totally under the radar. I also don't remember how they competed. I don't remember if they were good at comps or not. Like, so if they were, maybe that could help them at least buy themselves a week.
I think David might have done like one comp.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think Josh could be an easy one. I mean,
no brainer. If I was in the house, it'd be a no brainer.
I don't know how word spreads, but like if people found out about this amazing race thing, maybe Franz will.
Hell no. She's in it to win it.
She's in control. She's hosting the show. Julie Chen's out.
Yeah. Move aside. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just very excited. I can't wait till Wednesday.
Oh yeah, me neither. I'm really excited. I'm gonna be texting you. I don't know if we'll get back, because the show doesn't even start till 9 p.m.
which is rough for us.
Eastern.
Give me a break.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be like I will do it, but you're
I will be very much asleep.
You're on
so
Northeastern
we'll
time.
try for Thursday or Friday to do a fresh take on the episode.
Maybe Friday.
Yeah. And
Daddy's got a job.
Totally. Same. Who knows? Maybe the feeds will be on and we'll have even more to talk about by then. It's like, we say this every year. This is the best part of the season.
Yeah. It's not like usually late August is when we're like, this is the time of year where it's like, oh, it's just going to be these three people winning HOH over and over again. Oh,
right.
Okay. All right. But this time it's fun. And then maybe this time in like late September when the season's over or early October is when we're like, oh, so Casey's just going to win every competition from here. She's now eligible to play head of household competitions where she's the outgoing HOH. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah. Praying for night. Deborah says praying for night one feeds. I'm not
praying. Me too,
I'm not
Deborah.
a religious man, but praying.
Yeah.
Prayers
well,
up.
guys, thank you so much for joining us on this stream. It's always so fun. I love that the comments come in live. That's so great. If you want to follow us at HeyJulieBB on Twitter, and if you want to follow us on YouTube and Twitch and all these streaming things, Brett, what do they do? Do they just what do they do?
So our Twitch thing is at HeyJulieBB. We had some people on Twitch today. Cool, thank you. Like I'm gonna wear like a little like blue wig and like put on makeup and be like, I love Crash Bandicoot. I'm just gonna become a gamer girl now.
Hell
now
yeah,
that we're Twitch stars. YouTube, search us out there. I usually link out to the YouTube on there, and yeah, man, do all the things. I'm checking heyjuliebigbrother@gmail.com.
Thank God, someone has
to in these trying times.
And just until the premiere, catch us on Twitter. Thank you so much for listening. Bye, Julie.
Bye, Julie. Bye, Nicole.